Hello and welcome to the TA4 Fitness Longevity System. Today we are doing a 20-minute posterior chain workout. It's a small variation of one that I have in my flagship longevity program, but it's a nice one here that we're gonna get for 20 minutes and just get some good posterior chain stuff. So the usual rules of my workout always apply. If you have any pain, do not work through pain. Pain's only gonna lead you to more pain and possible injury and stuff like that. So modify the exercise, try to work in a pain-free range as much as you can. I always try to give options here. Breathe through your nose this whole workout. The mouth serves no purpose for breathing. Try to shut it, breathe through your nose, you deliver more oxygen. And lastly, if you can be barefoot or in some zero drop shoes, we always want to train our feet, so let's do that. Okay, we're gonna start off today with some balance work to warm up, and then we're gonna go right into that posterior chain work here. And this balance training is gonna warm up that posterior chain anyway. We're gonna do an inverted hamstring. And what we're gonna do is we have arms out, you're gonna pick up one leg, you're gonna hinge on down, hold for a second, and then come back up and do that for reps. We're gonna do 45 seconds each leg, and then we're gonna talk about the posterior chain circuit we're gonna do, all right, with intervals. Here we go. Hands out, thumbs up ceiling, pick up whichever leg you want, hinge on over, try to get that leg as straight as you can. Try and keep your balance if you can, and then slowly come back up. Then you're just gonna work here. So you're just gonna hinge on down, breathe through the nose, working up. Now, one thing I will say, if balance training is hard for you, please don't hold on to something and just go like this, because we're really trying to work our feet. So you want to try and train those muscles, and if you're strong in the bottom, you're strong through the whole kinetic chain. So just try to work at whatever level you can. Feel that foot gripping the ground and work there. So you're still doing reps. We're going 45 seconds. You have 10 seconds left. Working at your level here. And time. All right, we're gonna go the other side now. Try and move in here, warming up a little bit, getting a little movement, balance. Here we go, 3, 2. So same thing here, hinge on over. Come on back, breathe through that nose. It's normal for you to have one leg that has better or worse balance than the other, but you should work on trying to balance out as much as you can here, all right? Check in with yourself. Are you breathing through the nose? You should be. I tell a lot of my clients that they should tape their mouth. You will adjust pretty quickly if you do that, and you'll notice that you aren't as hyperventilating as much. It's a much better way to train. We have 10 seconds left here. Keep working here. And time. All right. So let's get into this posterior chain workout. So this is a 48-12 interval. There's 5 exercises, and we're going to do 3 rounds here. So this is 15 minutes. Now just do your best. If the exercises are challenging, you can rest whenever you need to. And remember, try to breathe through that nose, never work through pain. Okay, so the exercise we're gonna do, we're gonna jump right in after I tell you the first exercise and get started here and teach you the first exercise. We're gonna do a dead bug, a prone Y, hamstring walkout, glute bridge, and eagle arms, all right? So we're gonna be moving right through here. So the dead bug, I'm gonna teach you this, and this is gonna be a good position to know because we're gonna stay in this position for some other moves here too. So in the dead bug, you're gonna be laying on the ground. You're gonna have a natural arch in your back more than likely. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna flatten that to the ground. And if you were to put your hands on your hips with your index finger on top and your thumb on the bottom, and you have this natural arch here, and then you flatten to the ground, your index finger gets a little closer and your thumb's gonna get a little further away. And this is called the posterior pelvic tuck. And this is the position you wanna be in the glute bridge, the hamstring walkouts, the dead bug here. It's just a really good position that doesn't cause any pressure on your spine. A lot of times people come into too much of an anterior pelvic tilt, and that puts pressure on the spine, all right? So we're gonna start here now. I'm gonna go through it for 3 rounds, and I'll just talk the exercises as we go through. Here we go. All right, 3, 2, flatten that low back into the ground. Lift your legs and arms. Now, make sure your knees are bent 90 degrees here, and they're not in like this, because that makes it easy. And if it's too easy, you can send them out, but keep pushing that lower back. There's no daylight under here, but if you're right at 90 degrees, that's right where you should be working. You're breathing into this braced container here. Your low back is pushing into the ground the whole time. Your head's on the ground, and you're just breathing here. Breathing in this brace container, pushing the lower back in the ground, making sure the knees aren't in, because if they're in, that causes it a lot easier. So you're holding here. The more you can focus on this exercise, it's a really good exercise to teach you to breathe and brace. Push that lower back in the ground. Feel that container braced here. Breathing into it. It's a great exercise. 3, 2, 1. Lay on your stomach. You're going to bring your arms out at 45 degrees above your head, like this, thumbs up. And we're going to lift off the ground here, lift your feet and your arms. Now, if this hurts, you can move to a T position. Ready? Lift. So you're here and you're holding here. Now, if this hurts, you can try out to the side here like this. This is fine. If this hurts, you can try back here. Lots of options here. But the goal is that your feet are lifted. So my knees are lifted. My low back's working here, posterior chain like we talked about. And then my arms are at a nice angle here. We're trying to work these mid-low traps, shoulders, lots of good stuff here. Keep your head in line with your spine. So I don't want to talk right into my mic here, but you want to be looking straight down at the ground here. Breathe through your nose. There is 8 seconds left. I'm going to get ready for the next exercise. 3, 2, flip to your back again. This is called a hamstring walkout. So you're going to start with that posterior pelvic tuck we talked about. Flatten your low back to the ground. Lift your butt off the ground, and we're going to start walking our legs out. Ready? Lift. And now you would just slowly walk out as far as you can go. If you go all the way out, you're going to feel these hamstrings working really strongly. Then you're going to walk back in. Only go as far as you can safely go. So if you can only get to here, that's fine. Walk back in. If you have any pain in this exercise, do not walk. You're going to do a double glute bridge, which is what we're going to do next. Keep that posterior pelvic tuck. So imagine that you're flattening your low back into the ground. Try to keep that as you walk on out here. The further, the harder. If it's really easy, you can march out here in this far position and stay in that right there the whole time. Now, if it's challenging, just walk in, squeeze your butt really hard, lift a little bit, and this could be a basic level here. Rest. All right, now we're going to go just to a glute bridge. So you're basically in the same position. If I were to sweep my hands, my heels are just about where I could touch them, give or take, maybe an inch away. Here we go. Ready? Flatten that low back. Drive through the ground. Now I want you to squeeze your butt really hard here. I like to put my hands up like this. Helps relax the shoulders so my palms are facing me. Squeeze that butt. Posterior pelvic tuck. My hips are tucked towards me, so my index finger's close here. Puts that back in a nice neutral shape so I'm not overarching here and putting pressure on my back. Breathe through that nose. Try to breathe into that diaphragm again. Ten seconds left. Our last exercise, keep squeezing those glutes. Nice and strong contraction, posterior pelvic tuck, squeeze hard. Time. We're gonna stand up and do eagle arms. So you're gonna hinge on over, hands come towards you here, palms are up, spin around, the hands rotate, we come back. Here we go. Bend your knees, flat back, send the arms back, thumbs rotate in towards you. As they spin around, the thumbs rotate down, they go overhead. Keep your arms high. Notice my back is flat, I'm not letting it round. So if you flat back, knees bent, send those arms back, spin around. If you have pain in this movement, lower your arms. So if I got pain here, I would try to drop. See if that helps. Clicking or popping in the shoulders is fine as long as there's no pain. You should feel the shoulders rotating in the sockets. Thumbs are pointing towards me here. Spin around, thumbs rotate down, rotate overhead, come back in. 10 seconds to go. Breathe through your nose. Three, 2, 1, round 1. Go back to dead bug. If dead bug's easy, remember you can send the legs out, but your low back stays pushed in the ground the whole time. Ready? Flatten that low back. Let's go. Breathing in that brace container. So push your low back in the ground. No daylight. You can't slide your hand underneath there. Legs are bent 90 degrees. They shouldn't be in. Arms are up. Brace that core. So you're trying to breathe in this brace container. And this is really good for posture. It's really good to teach you to breathe into this brace container here. So always want to be breathing low and deep in the diaphragm. But in this case, it's braced, so it's going to fill up against that brace, and then you're going to exhale. If you want to add a little cadence breathing here, like in for 3, out for 3, all through your nose, that's good. Maybe in for 4, out for 4. Feeling that core brace. Time. Back to your stomach. Arms overhead, angled out. All right, lift off. Now, let's say this is hard if you're getting a lot, like I said, any pain here. So you remember, move your arms down, see if this helps. It should make it easier. You can put your feet on the ground if you needed to. You can bring your arms back here like this, keep your thumbs rotated up, like more of like a prone cobra here. But do your best here. And even if you have to come out here and rest, that's fine. Rest as you need to. Always breathing through the nose. This is going to be harder because you're compressing your diaphragm again, laying on it. So you're going to lift off. Breathe through that nose. 10 seconds left. Time. All right, back to those hamstring walkouts. All right, here we go. Flatten that low back on the ground. Raise those hips up. Start walking out. You can march. You can just stay for glute bridge. Never work through pain. Walk out as far as you feel comfortable. Remember, you're not overarching here. Trying to walk on out. Feel those hamstrings. You can just do baby steps here. Breathe through that nose. Reset if you need to. Squeeze the glutes. You can always rest here for a second, then try and get some more reps. Maybe just lift your knees. Whatever you can. If you have to rest, rest. Still breathing through the nose into that diaphragm. Whole time here. Time. All right. Now we're staying here for glute bridge. I'm going to bring my feet in a little closer. I'm going to drive through my heels, flatten that low back into the ground again. All right, here we go. Ready? Flatten that low back. Drive through the heels. You can even lift your toes. Relax your shoulders down. Squeeze those glutes. Breathe in that diaphragm. You can put your hands on your ribs. Try to feel your ribs expanding. Glutes are squeezed. Nice slow exhale. All through the nose. In and out through the nose. You lose 40% more water when you exhale out your mouth. 12 seconds. If you're a runner or you like to do anything outside and you're constantly breathing through your mouth, you're not delivering more oxygen and you're dehydrating yourself, learn to breathe through your nose for zone 2 cardio and most of your workouts. Time. All right. Standing up. Here we go. 3. Palms face towards you. Hinge, knees bent. Arms go back, point towards you, spin around. Work in here at whatever level you can. Never working through pain. As a young guy, I pushed through pain often, and all it did was lead to more injuries that I had to rehab and fix later in life. Do things correctly, never work through pain. You'll have a lot better future than doing things incorrectly. And this workout here is a nice balanced one because too many people do too much work on their front of their body. So doing a nice posterior chain workout is really good for most people out there. 3, 2, 1. All right, last round here. Here we go. Flatten that low back. Off we go. Lift the knees, arms. No daylight. Breathing in that brace container. Cadence breathing if you can. Feel that core braced. The more you can focus on this exercise, the more you're going to get out of it. If I just let my mind wander and my back just comes off the ground and I let my knees come in, I'm just kind of relaxing here and not doing any benefit. So squeeze, push that lower back in the ground, brace that core. You want to get maximum return on your investment from this exercise. So focus, stay mindful, push that lower back in the ground, breathe in that brace container. You can feel it if you need to. Breathing in. Time. All right. Last prone Y here. Here we go. 3, 2. All right. Do your best here. Lift off. Try to keep those arms straight. Breathe through the nose. Now, let's say first time you try this workout, you can hold for 5 seconds and you got to rest, right? The next time you do this workout, these workouts can be repeated every other day. I wouldn't do this workout every day, but then hopefully you make it like 6 seconds and just improve over time. Always remember, we don't work through pain. Breathe through the nose. There's 10 seconds left. Remember, if you had to, you can come out to a T. Sometimes going from Y to T to here would let you keep your arms up too. Time. All right. 3 to go. Hamstring walkouts. Flatten that low back. All right, bridge those hips up. March or walk out, whatever you can here. Breathe through that nose. Feel those hamstrings fire. Usual rules always apply. Let's say I walk out and at a certain point I get any pain. I would stop right before that. Always work through that pain-free range. If you have to march here, that's fine. You'll get extra glute work. Still gonna work the hamstring too. Breathe in through that nose and that diaphragm. 10 seconds left. And time there. All right, back to that glute bridge. How about that glute squeeze here? Bring the heels in a little bit maybe. Flatten that low back. Drive through the heels. Squeeze those glutes really hard. And lift your toes off the ground if you want. Shoulders are down. Breathe in that diaphragm. Keep squeezing. I like to focus on how hard am I squeezing? How's my breathing? Just those two things. Am I driving through my heels? Feel that tibialis working here a little bit, the front of your shins. If you lift your toes, but don't lose that glute squeeze, breathe into that nose, into that diaphragm. If it's hard for you to feel the diaphragm moving, that's okay. It takes practice sometimes. There's breathing exercises you can do. There's tests to see how well you can use your diaphragm. And time. All right, last one. Eagle arms, and then we do a little cool down. Here we go. 3. Hinge on over, knees are bent, back is flat, let's go. Thumbs point towards, they rotate. Breathe through that nose. Clicking and popping is fine, as my right shoulder clicks here. Breathe through that nose. Ten seconds. And time. All right, a quick little cool down here. Stay standing. We're just gonna let our back relax and fold on over into a little ragdoll. You can even let your knees bend here if you want. Ready? Just relax on down. Now, knees bent will allow the back to relax. If you lock out, you're gonna get much more of a stretch here. So just relax. Now you could stay here as long as you want in a relaxing stretch post-workout. If you're planning to go out running right now, I would come out of this stretch right now. You don't want to do any static stretching before any more exercise. You can do dynamic moving stretches, but not anything really passive like this. 10 seconds left. Keep working there. And time. Hope you like this workout. I'm Coach Stefan, TA4 Fitness. I'll see you guys around. Take care. Hey everyone, if you like this video, please check out this one. And if you can, click like and subscribe here. And if you want to see more workouts from me, you can check out my TA4 Fitness app, available as an app or as a web page. The link for that's below. And stay tuned, I'm going to have a lot more videos coming to this page, a lot more good content. So hope to see you guys here. Take care.